Okay. So, I did the rules, how to play it, did the tutorials. So let's play one of these. Play on this PC. Let's do that. I don't know. Should I just start with the top and work my way down? December 12th to 13, 1862. 1863. Okay, so December 1862. April 30, May 4, 1863. September 1863. November 1863. May 1864. May 1864. Okay, so cool. They're in chronological order. So yeah, I'll just do them in chronological order. The Battle of Fredericksburg, December 12th to 13, 1862. So it's a couple months after the events in Take Command, Second Manassas, which happens, I believe, at the end of August. So this is like, so October, November, December. It's like 3 months later, 3.5 months later. Special rules. The game begins in the HQ redeployment placement step. Lee HQ can be placed in either mode on the first turn. Burnside HQ must deploy in maneuver mode on turn 1. The Union is the first player on turn 1. Union begins with 5 pre-placed pontoon bridges and the Stafford Heights artillery concentration. Union units that are set up on the off-map display may only enter the map via the Union entry hex K. Okay. Actually, I want to track how long. Okay. Core integrity can be applied if a unit is adjacent to a friendly division from the same Grand Division. L is the left Grand Division, C is the center Grand Division, R is the right Grand Division. Note, this scenario heavily favors the Confederates to reflect the historical battle. It is not well suited for play against a human opponent. Okay, so let's play the Confederates, I guess. Start with the easier side. What else? Is that it? Victory conditions. Generalship victory. There is no tactical or operational victory in this scenario. Strategic victory. Union must capture at least 4 of the following hexes. Hexes are highlighted on the map. Confederates wins a strategic victory if the Union fails to meet its strategic victory condition, which is to capture these hexes, okay? Note, a hex is captured by a player when it is occupied by a friendly unit, or if a friendly unit was the last to occupy the hex. Okay. So let's do it. Play as Confederates. Okay, so Burns places there. HQs to be placed. Let's hope I can remember all the controls. Starting with the first player, players place all available HQs in either maneuver or battle mode. The placement hex must follow these limitations. Cannot be placed in a hex containing an enemy zone of control, zone of influence, or unit. Cannot be placed in a hex with an HQ. Must be placed within 3 hexes of a friendly unit, division, or detachment. It may be placed in a hex with a friendly unit. Must be placed closer, not the same distance, to a friendly unit than it is to any enemy units. Okay. If no associated units are on the map, place the HQ on any empty hex on the map within 3 hexes of a friendly entry hex, even in an enemy zone of control or zone of influence. Okay. Sure. What's this? Oh, cool. They've got little... So every detachment or division has a zone of control consisting of all adjacent hexes unless interrupted by terrain, for example, major rivers. Zone of influence. A division has both a zone of control and a zone of influence. A division's zone of influence consists of all hexes that are adjacent to that unit's zone of control hexes unless interrupted by terrain. Okay. Headquarters. Each side will have 1 or more headquarters markers. Headquarters have a maneuver and battle mode. Each side of an HQ has that mode's command range as measured in hexes. And when in battle mode, its attack benefit as measured by the number of stars on the counter. When the rules say mode, they are always referring to an HQ and not the similar division maneuver and battle formations. When the rules say mode. Okay. HQs never move, but are placed during the HQ placement step of the command phase. HQs cannot be eliminated. Some scenarios skip the initial HQ placement phase with the HQ set up in a predetermined location for turn 1. Some scenarios depict a turning movement, and an HQ in this circumstance may remain in the same location for the first 2 turns of a scenario. See scenario instructions. Okay. I don't know why he's red. I don't remember. Well, these are all my guys. Well, I guess maybe put them in the middle. I don't know. These guys are pretty close. What's his command? It's 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So basically you can place him anywhere and he'll be able to do his thing. So I guess why not put him... Oh, is 6 his command range? No, that's his movement. I see. So maybe I want to keep him in movement mode so he has the larger command range, and then switch him to battle mode when they close. When they close to fight. Something like that. Although it looks like maybe they'll try to attack at the very beginning. Maybe let's put him over here. 1, 2, 3, yeah, let's put him like right, maybe right over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Something like that. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it seems like you can't get both of these guys in command range. I don't know. He is in movement. So I'm going to put my guy in maneuver mode as well, and I'll put him 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Put him right here in the middle, maybe. Okay. Detachments. Okay. Each HQ may place 1 detachment on the map within its command range. The placement hex must follow these limitations. Cannot be placed in a hex containing an enemy zone of control, zone of influence, or unit. Cannot be placed in a hex with a detachment. Cannot be placed in an enemy entry hex. May be placed in a hex with a friendly HQ and or division. May be placed in an unoccupied entrenchment or fort if not in an enemy zone of control or zone of influence. The HQ must trace a path from its hex to the detachment's placement hex. The path cannot be traced through an enemy zone of control, zone of influence, or unit. The path can be no longer than the HQ's command range. Exception: if the HQ is in maneuver mode and the path is traced entirely by road or... Okay, yeah, right. Okay. So maybe let's put... Oh, okay. Let's put one Here? Here? Oh, I can only place one detachment. Can I undo? Why did he get to place more than one? Oh, maybe he has more than one HQ? No. I don't know. Maybe... I don't know. Just put them here. Confederates player may recall detachments. I don't want to do that. Players alternate choosing a division to activate. Each time it is a player's chance to choose, they must either activate a division or pass. A division in an enemy zone of control may not be chosen to activate. Detachments and HQs are never activated. The same division may be activated multiple times, and even sequentially, during a given movement phase. When a division is activated, it will generally move and may change to battle formation. Units in an off-map entry space may be activated, placed in their associated map entry hex, and then conduct a full movement. Instead of moving, an activated division may construct fieldworks or place a pontoon bridge. Okay. Confederate player may move a unit. I don't know. I think I want to move these guys, yeah? I don't know. These areas look strong for me. Can I? Oh, here we go. I want to know about the terrain. Entrenchments. Entrenchments are a graphic on the map or are placed as a marker at the beginning of the scenario and are never built or removed during play. Entrenchment hexes have frontal hex sides and rear hex sides. A rear hex side is either marked with X's on the map or it is designated in the scenario instructions when the entrenchment markers are placed. Any entrenchment hex sides that are not rear hex sides and not separating two adjacent entrenchment hexes are frontal hex sides. If a defender in an entrenchment receives a retreat or blown result, the unit is eliminated. Okay. Oh, I can zoom like this. Okay, example. In the diagram at left, a unit in hex 3034, this one, has only one frontal hex side adjacent to hex 3133 here. Okay. Hex sides 3033 and 3134 are adjacent entrenchments, and the three rear hex sides are marked with XXXX. Okay. A unit in hex 3132 has two frontal hex sides, adjacent to hex 3133 and 3233, with all other hex sides being adjacent entrenchments or rear hex sides. Okay. Any division not in an entrenchment hex during the attack phase must conduct mandatory attacks against all enemy units that are projecting their zone of control across an entrenchment frontal hex side into their hex. Such mandatory attacks must continue until all such situations are resolved. A unit that is in an entrenchment hex or in an enemy zone of control across the rear hex side of an entrenchment hex may voluntarily attack. Such an attack is not mandatory. Okay. Okay. Well, I feel like my goal should be to get my guys into these entrenchments. That's my guess. So maybe I want to move him here. Here. Okay. Can only move one unit at a time. What's this? Flip to battle mode. Oh, interesting. Players alternate. Okay. Battle mode. What's battle mode? Oh, that's cool. It keeps you on the same page. That's nice. What is battle mode? Oh, okay, I think I remember. Okay, so then I feel like I want to move him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I do that? Oh, I can't move him here? Okay. I see. If they can't enter a hex that another unit is in. So I've created a little traffic jam for myself here. Okay, so maybe I want to move these guys like that. I want to shift these guys this way. What? Why? Why did he flip? One, two, three, 4, 6, 7, 8. Can I do that? Okay, I like that. So I want him here. I want him here. How am I going to get him there? Yeah, let's do it like that. 3. Can I do that? Yeah. Okay. Got it. Oh, shit. Now he's going to be in the zone of... and now this road is... He's cut off. Oh, no. Hold on. Yeah, they can't come down that way, so... Whoops. Why'd he flip? Oh, probably because he was not on a road. Okay. Well, I think I see the game here. The game is the Confederates want to move through this little junction here to get their guys in a position, and the Union wants to not let them do that. So, like, set up guys here so that you have a zone of influence so they can't... I don't know. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. Okay. Okay. These guys... Can they move on the... Oh, they can move on this rail line. So, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. What do I want to do with my Stuart's cavalry? Does he have a battle mode? 6. You can move 6. Oh. I think I want him... I don't know where I want him. Maybe just on the other side of this... Okay. Oh. Right, you can't move into here because they have the... That's annoying. Hold on. Oh, damn. Okay. 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 Why are these red? Okay. Anything else? Not sure. I don't think so. Last chance moves calculation. Units in command and not in enemy zone control 15. HQ battle star 0. Last chance moves 18. Okay. When a player passes, the oh, oh, oh. Union have made their choices. Confederate want artillery support. Sure. If a player has ammunition points remaining, they can choose to add it to their attack or defense. Artillery support adds a +3 to an attack and a +4 to a defender. Artillery support cannot be used by cavalry divisions. Artillery support cannot be used by detachments. Artillery support cannot be used when attacking into a town hex. Note that artillery support is different from heavy artillery. Ammunition points. Where do I see my ammunition points? Each side has a set number of ammunition points they receive for the entire scenario. Each time a player uses artillery support in an attack, they reduce their ammunition points by 1. Heavy artillery concentrations do not expend an ammunition point when used. A player can never have a negative ammunition point value, no deficit spending. A player with no ammunition points cannot use artillery support in future attacks. Okay. Oh, here we go, 19. Let's do it. Significant advantage, disadvantage. Okay. Attacker blown. Nice. Players alternate declaring attacks until one passes. A player can declare an attack by choosing a friendly division and an enemy unit within the attacking unit's zone of control. Detachments can never declare attacks, but they may be the target of an attack if they are the only unit in a hex. Detachments sharing a hex with a division cannot be directly attacked, although they may be affected by the outcome of the attack against the division. Okay. Cavalry units can only declare an attack against another cavalry division or any detachment. In some situations, there are mandatory attacks that must be made before any other attacks. These are indicated by a must attack marker on the units affected. Okay. I don't think I want to attack. So that was just one turn. Okay. Sweaty cap. Okay. First player will be Confederates per tiebreaker die roll. Okay. HQ redeployment checks. HQ in maneuver mode also always removed for redeploy. Okay. Starting with the first player, players place all available HQ. Okay, I showed this one already. Well, I think everybody's in position now. I don't think I'm going to want to move anybody. This was repelled. So, where would I want to have him? Maybe just put him 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, put him right here. Saw this already. Okay. Well, I don't want them attacking over here. Oh, I definitely don't want them attacking over there. No, I'm okay with him being there. What? Checked units will flip to advance formation. Uncheck any units you wish to remain in battle formation. Okay. Do I care? Whatever. Do I want to move anything? I don't think so. And not enemies under control. 8. HQ battle stars 1. Bonus for no units in enemy zone of control is 10. Die roll is 2. 19. Okay. Attack or pass? I want to pass. Okay. Yes. HQ will be subject to leader casualty if the combat die roll is 0 or 9. We don't want that. No. Nice. Yes. Okay. I like how it pops up these rules for every thing that happens. It really helps you to learn the game. This one I will keep. 13 a.m. So I guess that's 1 p.m. First player will be Confederates per battle stars. Three remains on board. What does that mean? One remains on board. HQ redeployment checks. Okay, I don't have anything. Don't have any reinforcements. I'm pretty happy with where he is. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you can reach all these important hexes. Oh, detachments. Yeah, I would not mind a detachment. Where do I want to put that? Maybe just put another one right behind this guy. Okay. Okay. Them, I don't care, sure, whatever. Each player can return them to the map up to 2 blown divisions. Divisions removed due to receiving a blown combat result, or the inability to retreat count toward this 2 division maximum. Okay. I don't want to move. Okay. If a scenario has a heavy artillery concentration, before any attacks are declared by either player, the owning player, usually Union, may place their heavy artillery target marker. It may be placed on any hex, occupied or unoccupied, that is within 5 hexes of the heavy artillery concentration. This marker is removed at the conclusion of the attack phase. In combat, the owning player will add 3 to the attacker battle rating if a heavy artillery target marker is on or adjacent to the attacking infantry division. Cavalry cannot benefit from heavy artillery. The use of heavy artillery is independent of artillery support and does not require the expenditure of an ammunition point. Okay. Confederates win. Okay. Well, there we go. 7-0. What's this? Okay, well, that was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Okay. Well, I won. So, yeah, exit. All right. So I played my first full scenario of Rebel Fury. Awesome. I'm glad I got that under my belt. I had played the Waterloo one on, what's it called? The website. Rally the Troops. but I had no idea what I was doing. So I was just kind of clicking around. This time, I've at least somewhat understood what's going on. I think it'll make more sense the more I play. So what should I do next? Should I do Fredericksburg from the Union side? I wish there was a sense of like what the difficulty of these different, they could just rank them in difficulty so I can start with the easier ones and work my way up to the harder ones. Chancellorsville. And I wish it would tell me like who's attacking. Maybe it's easier to play as the defenders in a lot of these. Confederates want to deny the Union a strategic victory. So it looks like maybe the Union's attacking in this one as well. The Fredericksburg one looks tricky for the Union. I'm not sure what I want to do next. It is not well suited for play against a human opponent. Right, so I think maybe if it heavily favors the Confederates, maybe I won't play as the Union next time. I'll come back to that one. Maybe I'll play Chancellorsville. Maybe as the Confederates again. If they have to attack. Oh, next time. Next time.